Hello traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. What did you get up to? Barbecue, discotheque, roller skating? I don't know. These are the things I get up to. Yeah, hope you had a nice weekend, guys. And yeah, today is live stream time. So guys, I'm with you for the next 40 minutes. So ask me as many questions as you like about anything to do with trading. Also, guys, it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Is it too early to say Merry Christmas? I don't think so. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have you got your tree up? I haven't yet, but we will get there. And don't spend too much on me this year, guys, all right? Yeah, don't get me what you got me last year, which was nothing. Right, guys, let's see who is in the house. Well, what we're going to do, guys, we're also going to take a look at a couple of trades. I'm not in anything at the moment. You know, as you know, I'm looking at couple of Swiss franc pairs and pound New Zealand dollar, but we're getting some contrasting information, guys. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. So yeah, not in anything at the moment. I'm also looking at US dollar, Canadian dollar, but we'll look at all of that in a minute, guys. Before we do, let's see who is in the house. Ashutosh, I am sure I've pronounced that wonderfully. How are you? Evening. Colin, how are you, mate? I need some eggnog. Yes. Eggnog equals Christmas. Tony, how are you, mate? West Ham drew, didn't they? 1-1. Liverpool won. You'll be glad to know, guys, because I know that's more important than trading, how Liverpool perform every weekend. So, guys, we're going to start with pound Swiss franc because this was one of the trades that I was looking at and, you know, was looking to get in on. And let's take a look because it's interesting, guys. So day chart, yeah, we was in this range, then uptrend, really. We started to get higher highs, okay? These lows are holding, all right? And you can see we're getting some real bullish wicks down the bottom here. So we were just looking to buy this potentially back up to these highs, yeah? Makes sense. But, you know, if I showed you, this is why I look at different time frames, guys. So the day chart is telling me to buy this. If I look at the H1 now, this is also telling me to buy this. Yeah, we had a bit of CPI news earlier on from the coming out of Switzerland, but we're in a downtrend and then bang. Yeah, that news was this candle here. Yeah, as you can see, gave some real weakness to the Swiss franc. It was worse than expected news. All right. And just if you saw this candle, you'd be thinking, right, you know, let's buy. Yeah. And even got a nice retrace to here. This is potentially a very nice area to start buying as well. And you're probably thinking, Tom, why the hell are you not buying then? You got, you know, there's so many good reasons here. But, you know, looking at the H1, now let's look at the H4. Yeah, that is not telling me to buy it. Yeah, if anything, the H4 is still in a downtrend and we got this big bearish wick. Yeah, that is almost a selling wick to take price back down to here. So that has kept me out of this trade, guys. Yeah, so pound Swiss franc, I just cannot trade it at the moment. Yeah, look at that wick. And it's the same with Aussie dollar Swiss franc because we were also looking to buy this. If you look at H1, you know, it's looking promising. Yeah, we're sort of, you know, we were here, we were back, we were in an uptrend. Yeah, still in an uptrend. Price of retrace, we got some nice bullish wicks. You know, we could start buying this. So that's the H1. But then again, the H4 is, you know, that is like a rejection wick at that level. Yeah, these last highs, that has rejected that level. So what do I want to see, guys? I just want to see really a break of this level. If we get a break, you know, maybe a retest, we can start buying Aussie dollar Swiss franc. And same with pound Swiss franc, guys. Although we got, you know, yeah, if we start seeing a break of these highs here, perhaps a candle looks something like that, then okay, I think we can take price back up to here. And that's been my day, really, guys. Very uneventful and quite dull and boring. So, yeah, I've just been sitting on my hands, guys. And as you know, that is a very important skill in trading, sitting on these hands. These go purple sometimes. Yeah, right. Who else we got in? Love a late Liverpool comeback. Me too. Brett, afternoon, mate. Hash, hi, Tom. New Zealand US dollar if you get time. Okay, let's take a look at that. Hash. Greg, how are you, mate? Fear, Palladium, please. I don't know what Palladium symbol would be. And silver for Louis Esterhusen. I always say your name wonderfully, Louis, I know. All right, well, let's start with New Zealand US dollar. Hash, a VIP member. Let's take a look at that. So let's do... Okay, yeah, let's do this one together. Let's all do this. Let's just get straight out of the bat. The editor goes to all this trouble to make a lovely, picture for this video. Let's actually do it. So we're going to do buy, sell, or stay out of the market. All right. So New Zealand dollar against the US dollar on the weekly chart. Would you buy, sell, or stay out of the market? Okay, so everyone, guys, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, weekly chart, buy, sell, or stay out. Hi, Aya. Hi, Denny. Hi, Daniel. Okay, Hash would buy New Zealand US dollar. Godwin would buy. Greg would buy. Aya would buy. Okay, this is quite unanimous. Anyone else? What would you do? New Zealand dollar, US dollar, weekly chart, buy, sell, or stay out. Ashutosh, buy. Abundance, sell. Abundance, very controversial. Daniel, retrace them, buy. So, guys, yeah, I mean, that is a buy. Yeah, I mean, there's no two ways about it, really. I mean, you got price here. We was in a downtrend, and now, bang. We're in an uptrend, clearly in an uptrend. We're getting higher lows, higher highs. Okay, so we're clearly in an uptrend. And, look at the candles. Look how bullish they are. Look how bullish that candle is. For a whole week from here to here, it was just buying. Yeah, and not only that, guys, we're not a million miles away from the moving average 20. And we've got a nice amount of room to move into with New Zealand US dollar. So, I would buy New Zealand US dollar. In an ideal world, as Daniel said, we would like a little bit of a retrace before we start buying. But weekly chart is a buy. Yeah, and my target would be up to here, guys, just before this grey zone. Probably this 3,000 psychological level. Okay, so weekly's telling us to buy. All right, let's take a look at the daily now. And now, guys, let's take a look at the daily. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see the action on the left-hand side. Would you buy, sell, or stay out of New Zealand dollar, US dollar on the day chart? What would you do, guys? It's Monday, so I'm on the gin today. Okay, so day chart. Godwin would buy. Hash, buy on retrace or breakout. Okay. We'll discuss this in a minute. A breakout is so much harder to trade than a retrace, but you might not get a retrace. Ashutosh, stay out. Brett, buy. Greg, buy. XPD US dollar is the symbol for Palladium. This could be a new one. We in the VIP Discord, we're like, if it moves, we can trade it. But Palladium, that's a new one on me. Okay, so hi Chandu, let's wait for a retrace to buy. Okay, everyone's pretty much saying buy the retrace, and I would agree with you guys. Yeah, do I want to buy this now? Probably not. We've also got this wick here. Let's zoom in a little bit, guys, because I'm can barely see it myself. So you must really be struggling. So we do have a very bullish candle, yeah, on Friday. We've got a nice bullish candle, but it didn't break these highs, okay? And you can see there were buyers, sellers at this level previously. You know, will there be sellers again? We'll take a look at H4, H1 in a minute. But, you know, I want to retrace, okay, into here, you know, somewhere around here. Maybe these last highs, maybe the moving average 20 catches up, retrace, and then we can start buying, okay? And Hash was saying, you know, buy the breakout or buy the retrace. So those of you that know me, guys, I am, you know, I like value, yeah? If a retrace gives me value when I trade, okay? Now imagine a breakout, okay? So we, you know, everyone, New Zealand US dollar, today I would probably stay out because this is a level, yeah? And I would wait for a retrace, okay? So I would stay out of New Zealand US dollar. If we drop down to the H4 now, so yeah, you can see this level is holding, okay? This level's clearly holding, and we've had quite a bearish reaction at that level. All right, and sellers have come into the market, but this, you know, we've got a wick here. So let's think about a breakout and a retrace. All right, so the last H4 level that I would like to hide behind is this level here. Yeah, you can see these lows here and here. You know, if in an ideal world, I want to put my stop or hedge, whatever you use, below this level. Okay, I know that much. How the trade plays out or whatever else it does, the first thing you should know, guys, yeah, is where the hell am I going to put my stop loss or hedge, whatever you use. And that should be your first thought with every single trade. Not how much money can I make, where can I best hide my stop loss? Because we don't want to get hit with our stop loss or hedge, right? So I know I want to be below here, all right? So I know this much. This is going to be my stop loss or hedge, all right? Regardless of what this does, I know that much. Now, let's imagine the breakout, okay? If we get a big H4 candle like this, yeah, I'm not saying this will be a bad trade, yeah? Okay, let's say we get a big H4 candle like this and we start buying, all right? And we've got a target in mind. The problem with a breakout is, you know, my stop loss still needs to be down here. I mean, we could argue this is the last low, yeah? But, you know, my stop loss, ideally, I want to have it down here, yeah? And if I start buying here, then my stop loss is going to be pretty large, all right? And that's fine, but it just means the size of my trade won't be, you know, massive, let's say, okay? So that's 120 pips stop loss if we trade a breakout, yeah? Whereas if we get a retrace, remember, this doesn't change. There's my stop loss. If we get a nice retrace down to maybe this level, yeah, and then we get a big bullish H4 candle like this, yeah, and we start buying, then all of a sudden, my stop loss is still here, and I enter here. Now, I'm buying here. My stop loss is still here. That hasn't changed. Straight away, I'm in a better position than I was with a breakout. Why am I in a better position? Well, my stop loss is smaller. I can put more on the trade, yeah, in terms of my risk management. I have a target, yeah, so back up to this high. It's already shown you once that it was resistance. So this makes sense to make this your first target. And this gives you a risk to reward of a little bit over 1:1. Yeah. And you're just, everything's easier. Yeah. I talk a lot about this in my mentorship program. Trading a retrace is easy. Trading a breakout is difficult. And you're always asking the question, is it a breakout? Is it a fake out? Will it come back down? You don't have any of them questions with a retrace. A retrace is, you know, retrace to an area of value. You know where you want to put your stop loss. That hasn't changed. And then you enter and you've got room to move into. Your risk to reward is better. You're getting in at a cheaper price. Everything is easier. So, you know, that's why I trade a retrace, guys, basically. And that's what I'm after. Yeah, I'm after a retrace. So New Zealand US dollar, let's see what happens today. I mean, just looking at this H4, we're getting quite mixed. We're getting quite mixed signals here, guys. Yeah, we're getting quite bearish candles and then quite bearish wicks and then quite bullish wicks. So this will, you know, there might be a bit of fighting in here. But yeah, I need a retrace. Then we can enter New Zealand US dollar. One such pair that's had a nice retrace is US dollar Canadian dollar. If we're looking at a potential trade on US dollar weakness. So yeah, here we are with US dollar Canadian dollar. Let's go to the day chart. Again, like New Zealand US dollar, it is a little bit oversold, guys. Yeah, we're in a downtrend, as you know, all the US dollar pairs are. Yeah, or in an uptrend, depending on which pair. But you know what I mean. But this is in a downtrend, guys. Yeah, we're in a downtrend, and just look at these candles, bearish, and we've just hit a very nice H4 level. Okay, so what was once resistance, what was once support becomes very good resistance. All right, so let's see what happens here. Okay, is that H1 candle bearish enough? Probably not. Yeah, so it's probably not bearish enough for me just yet. We'll keep an eye out and see what the H4 does. If we get a nice candle that finishes something like this, we could take it. Or even the M15, guys. You know, we can wait for a breakdown on the M15. But I would argue this hasn't broken. This is the M15. Until we broke this low here, I would say, you know, I would say that hasn't broken. So, yeah, US dollar, Canadian dollar. That's interesting to me right now. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? CJ, how are you? Jax, how are you? VIP crew. What else did people want to look at? Palladium. Let's do it. Let's do Palladium. This is going to be a new one. So XPD against US dollar. Palladium. There we go. Let's take a look at Palladium. This will be interesting, guys, because I have never touched this chart. I've never even looked at it. So let's do a top-down approach, and we'll plot support and resistance together, and we'll do the whole top-down approach together. This will be quite interesting. And before I do this, guys, if I could ask everyone, if you enjoy my live stream and my analysis and my trade ideas every day, guys, if you could please subscribe to the channel right now, we would love to have you. If you could also smash the notification button, guys, so you receive an alert every time we post a vid. And if everyone could please smash the like button right now, guys. Let's try and get as many likes as we can. I'm going to have a quick drink. So Palladium, here we go. Who asked for Palladium? Fear. Am I saying that right? I hope so. Right, let's start with the weekly chart. Okay, Palladium is in a... Okay, I mean, in terms of the weekly chart, guys, it's difficult to find a level here to the left. You know, is there a level through here? Trying to find a point of reference for Palladium. Okay, I would say that is a point of reference on the weekly chart. Yeah, you can see it reacted here in the past. Okay, let's zoom back in now. We needed that reference, guys, because we don't know where this trade can go. Yeah, but we got a rough idea now. Weekly chart, you can also see there's a bit, this is more of a daily level, and you'll see this on the daily chart, but there's a level there. Okay, but Palladium, you know, I'm only going to plot support and resistance that's relevant. Yeah, I'm not going to, you know, this was an area of support. Of course it was. Yeah, you can see that there, but not important. It's not relevant. Okay, so I'm going to remove it. This is all I care about with Palladium. This is, I never thought I'd say that in one sentence. This is all I care about with Palladium. Here you go. That's the funny world of trading. We're in a downtrend. We've just come off an interesting area of support and resistance, and we've got a bearish candle. Yeah, by the very least, we can make it back down to these lows, okay, if not a bit further. All right, that's what the weekly chart is telling me. It's not oversold, yeah, very bearish. Let's have a look now at the day chart. So yeah, you can see that daily level, guys. It's more of a daily level than a weekly level, okay, but no real need to adjust that level. That level's pretty good. Maybe a little bit. I might just do this just to adjust there. All right, so that level's pretty good. There's also a daily level here that broke. All right, so, you know, we're in a downtrend. If, who said it? Who said Palladium? Fear. I wish you'd come to me in 1, 2, 3 days ago. If you come to me here, yeah, this area here, that is a beautiful little sell. Yeah, that is a beautiful sell. Right, a weekly resistance level. Yeah, the day chart is, you know, we're not sure what's happening at this level. Is it building up or will it break down? And then bang, yeah, it breaks down at this level and we got lower lows. I would be selling the living daylights out of this back down to that low. But we're not. We are here. And, you know, we still have room down to this level. If this would be my target here. Okay, so we still got a bit of room and I would still be looking to sell it. We don't have a lot of room to move into. And that's where we are, guys. You know, this would be another area of support. It's quite a clean, crisp chart. I might start trading Palladium. I dread to think what the spread is. Is that spread correct? My God, that spread is humongous. So that's what I'm seeing with Palladium. So sell, basically, nothing but sells here. Let's see if we can actually find a trade here. And just looking at that, no, really, not right now anyway. But H4, you know, is clearly in a downtrend. All right, but we're starting to see quite bullish wicks. So there's no real trade here on the H4. But there is a little bit, we say there's a level through here. Yeah, what was once support become resistance, and we got the moving average 20 coming down. So if price made its way back up to here, this could be an interesting level to take back down to here. But yeah, I would need to wait for that. There's no, you know, I want to sell this chart, but I'm not going to sell a H4 wick like that. Yeah. Everything is telling you that that's going to come back up. Where to? We don't know, but that's telling us that's coming back up. So there you go. Let's drop down to the H1. Quite enjoying Palladium. Okay. I mean, even on the H1, there's a level through here. We could be a bit more aggressive with the trade. Okay. So you can just see, guys, how every time frame has just given me a little bit more information. Every time frame is telling me to sell this pair. But it's just given me more and more zones from which I can find a sell. And I would, those H4 wicks are off-putting, but we could potentially, you know, here or here, we could look for potential sells if we get a bearish reaction. So Palladium, there you go. Still a bit more room down to this last daily low. There you go, Palladium. Palladium, there's, you know, isn't that a place in London where comedians do stand up live at the Palladium? I'm sure it is. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Chandu, EU. Okay, it's that. Get it. Mikhail, grand rising to everyone in the chat. Hi, Mikhail. Yes, okay, yeah, Palladium, 40 pip spread. Yeah, a little bit strong. Use pivots, Tom. Brett, you are the pivot expert. I would not take that mantle. Denny, gold, please. All right, so let's take a look at Euro, US dollar, and then we'll take a look at gold. Gold, I can't help but think it's just had a massive liquidity grab, but we'll take a look at that shortly, guys. And also, guys, let me just mention a few cool things what the channel does. So first of all, guys, we've got the free Discord channel. Okay, if you haven't joined that already, then please come join it. You've got traders in there sharing ideas, knowledge. You've got indicators, useful links, books, loads of cool things. Come join the free Discord. We also have the VIP Discord channel, guys. Yeah, you do have to pay for this, but you get access to me throughout the trading day, as in you could ask me questions. I give you my trade ideas as and when they happen. You get exclusive content every single week. We have the Trading Academy, which is just full of tutorials. So much value there, guys. And we have access to a performance coach. So come join the VIP as well. Next, guys, if you would like to be coached one-on-one with myself and learn how to read the charts like I do, then drop us an email and we'll send you the details of the mentorship program. And finally, guys, if you would like to show your support for the channel, well, you can. You can become a Simply Forex YouTube member. We've got supporter or gold member, and there's loads of perks to doing so. All the information for all of the things I just mentioned are in the live chat and in the video description as well, guys. My editor will be happy. Okay, euro. Let's have a look at euro US dollar. Where are ye? There you are. So if we start with the weekly chart. Okay. So just, you know, I know euro US dollar is in an uptrend, but it's going to on a daily uptrend, but it's going to be difficult for me to buy this weekly candle. Yeah, that's just sort of knocked this one out for me, really. So if you look at euro US dollar on the weekly chart, I would say this is still in a downtrend. Yeah, I would say we're, you know, this is potentially a lower high. Yeah, we got lower lows. Weekly is in a downtrend. But not only that, guys, we have a very bearish weekly candle. Yeah, that is a massive engulfing, weekly engulfing candlestick pattern. Okay. So difficult to buy that. I say buy it because if we go to the day chart, look at that. You know, that is crying out to be bought. Yeah. You know, if we just follow the daily uptrend, daily trend, you know, we're back at a nice level of support. Yeah, you can see the grey zone. We've got the moving average 20. You know, we've got double whammy support. We've even got very, you know, not super bullish candles, but bullish wicks. Yeah, that wick is bullish. Yeah, that is a bullish wick bouncing off this level. So everything on the day chart is telling me to buy it back up to these highs, or at least to here. Yeah, this could become a head and shoulders pattern if that weekly candle plays out. Okay, so at least back up to this last shoulder. Yeah, if this is a shoulder, this is a head, and this is a shoulder. It's also a very popular shampoo brand. Hopefully we'll start getting some commission from Head and Shoulders. So yeah, you know, but that weekly candle, it's just, I just can't buy that. It's difficult. So we've got a day chart that is saying, you know, come buy me. Yeah, please come buy me. You're very welcome. Come buy me. But then you have a weekly chart that says you should think about buying me. You know, this is the problem with euro US dollar. We don't have that on US dollar Canadian dollar, for example, and that would be a better sell in my opinion. If let's go to the H4 now. What are we seeing here? So H4 is in a downtrend. So once I get to a point like this, guys, you know, first and foremost, I wouldn't trade euro US dollar. All right, because that weekly candle is telling me not to, although the day chart is like a nice setup. Okay, so if you get to that point, then maybe put another piece of confluence in place for yourself. So let's say I was 50, well, I wouldn't be 50-50. This is not a good idea to say that. I just wouldn't trade euro US dollar for that reason. But let's say euro US dollar was the only pair you traded. All right, let's put it like that. And I would say to myself, right, I like the day chart. For me to start buying euro US dollar, I need to see a break of H4 structure. Okay, at the very minimum. All right, because we're not getting lower lows. this is true. Yeah. And we know this is a good area of support. So I would say to myself, right, Tom, you can trade euro US dollar if we get a break of this level. This will probably be clearer on the H1. All right. So if we go down to H1 now. So yeah, I would just say to myself, because this is the last H4 high, I say, right, Tom, if you get a break of this level, retest, then you are allowed to start buying euro US dollar because you have more reasons to do so. There is more confluence. All right. So that's how I would approach euro US dollar. So yeah, let's see if this level breaks, because H1 is in a downtrend as well. Yeah, it was here, a bit of sideways action, and even that is broken down. Okay, we're in a downtrend. So H4 and H1 are in a downtrend. So, you know, at least wait for a break of one of them. But for me, guys, because of that weekly candle, I just can't buy euro US dollar. And not only that, I mean, euro, apart from the US dollar, the euro is weaker than a wet paper bag. Okay. Because if we just look, you know, I remember talking about this in my morning analysis vid. Look at euro Aussie dollar. Look how weak euro is. Euro CAD, super weak euro. Euro Swiss franc, super weak. Euro yen, super weak. Euro New Zealand dollar, super weak. Euro pound, super weak. You get the idea. So the only one it's potentially stronger than is US dollar. But if you're seeing that amount of weakness with the euro, why not trade a different US dollar pair? Pick a stronger, you know, like Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, pound. Pick a different one against the US dollar. Yeah, because euro we know is weak. But that's not to say it could change in a day. Yeah, I get that. It could. But euro is weak at the moment. So there you go. There's my couple of pence on euro. Aya has got a quick question here. Hi, Tom. On the VIP Discord channel, do you have videos about support and resistance? Yes, we do, Aya. Aya, we have videos on everything. Yeah, so we've got, you know, on the VIP Discord, we've got strategy, we've got trade entries, managing trades, support and resistance, psychology, money management. It's just basically tutorials among, you know, on top of tutorials, basically. And just, you know, as things pop up in the market, we learn from it, and just things I've learned over the years, guys, and how I trade. So yeah, tutorials on absolutely everything, Aya. So check it out. Okay, Derek Hand. Hi, Tom. Great to be here, even a bit late. Derek, this is unacceptable behavior, being late. No, I'm only joking. Yes, want to join up fully. Okay, cool. Derek, just check, you know, anything you want to join up to. The links are there. Check it out. Right, Denny. Denny, how are you? Let's take a look at gold. You are gold. Sorry. This just screams to me liquidity grab. It really does. You know, you can imagine, right, at this gray zone up here, yeah, we have had sellers. Sellers is what we're getting. So you can imagine, you know, today people have seen gold. People will trade against trend. Yeah. So on the day chart, people have seen gold at this level. Yeah. And they've started selling. There's a weekly resistance level and they've started selling. You know, difficult to argue with that logic, right? It would be. And if these people in here, these are all sellers, yeah, where are they putting their stop? They're probably putting their stop here, here, here. Maybe they have a super wide stop and it's up here, yeah, or even up here. They have all just got taken out in one foul swoop of the wick. Yeah, that's this wick has just taken everyone out. Every seller's stop loss has been taken out here. Okay. So these were all, you know, to sell a trade, you need to buy it. Okay, so these were all buyers, and the big boys are just collecting because they need enough buys to match their sells. Yeah, and that's why they go liquid hunting. Okay, and now the big boy, I can't help but think this. Nobody really knows if this is a liquidity grab. It smells of one. Yeah, and so the big boys have got all of these these are now buys because you're selling. All right, and now they have a big enough sell position for them to sell gold. Yeah, and perhaps they're looking to take it lower. It'll be interesting to see how this candle finishes, but you can't help but think it's going to be bearish, So wouldn't touch that with a barge pole at the moment. We're, if anything, short it, but we're in an uptrend. Yeah, gold, as you know, is clear in a very strong uptrend. All right, so it's in an uptrend, but I'm not going to buy that. Yeah, don't buy that. Yeah, don't buy a wick that big. Yeah, don't sell a wick looks like that. Don't try and sell into that. Don't try and buy into that. You will lose the shirt on your back. You'll have to remortgage the house and everything. Okay, so yeah, if anything, that's a sell opportunity, but it's against trend. Let's have a look at how it looks on the H4. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just become pretty untradeable really at the moment. So yeah, smells of a liquidity grab. If anything, I would sell it, but I wouldn't be looking at gold. I'd give it a day or two to see how this plays out and see if that selling momentum carries on. Right, what else are we looking at? Right, Abby, interesting question. So he's gone, hey Tom, when should a support or resistance be considered invalid? Well, when it, I mean, this is going to sound odd, but when it doesn't hold, yeah. If a level isn't respected, yeah. So let's take a look at. Let's try and find let's not find a level on gold because everything's so distorted with that wick. Let's have a look at anything random. Pound New Zealand dollar. Trying to find a level that wasn't respected. So, this level's respected, clearly, yeah? And there's a level through here that was respected as well, okay? But, even the strongest of support and resistance levels won't be respected all of the time. Look at this one. I dread to think how many people this caught out. Yeah, this simple candle here. Yeah, so everyone is looking for, like, let's imagine this, guys, right? Yeah, and the simple question, Abby, I'm going to go into a little bit of detail, but the simple question is when it doesn't hold, it's in, but it doesn't mean it's invalid. It just means it didn't hold. Sometimes they don't. But right now, yeah, we have had a wick that bounced off of this important resistance level and closed back just below this wick. All right. And we're at the moving average 20. Yeah. Depending, obviously I'd need the daily and weekly to tell me I could potentially sell pound New Zealand, but this would be a very nice selling opportunity. Okay. So, everyone's selling in here, and again, their stops are in here. Okay. And then you'll see what happens. Yeah. So everyone has just got taken out. Anyone who was selling in here has just been taken out. Okay. So this was very good support and resistance that held. Yeah. It's held time and time again. I mean, just look at this level. Held, right? But every now and again, a support and resistance level won't hold. Okay. But look how it still goes back below that level. Yeah. So, you could consider yourself, I don't like to use these terms, but you could consider yourself a little bit hard done by, that this, you know, that this come up, took out your stop loss, and then this comes crashing down afterwards, because you've traded well. You know, it was at a nice support resistance level. It just didn't hold. And then, you know, it comes crashing back down eventually. Let's speed this up. Yeah, because you know, this would have been your target. Yeah. And you would have made that. This would have been your target. Yeah. And you from here. Yeah. And it just didn't hold. But it doesn't make that particular level invalid. Yeah, because if we carry it along, look how it's started to it's being obeyed again. Yeah, it gets obeyed here and here. So this example is just an example of a good support and resistance level that just overshot. You're going to get outliers now and again, you know, like you do with liquidity grabs. You know, you're going to get outliers now and again. And then other levels are just not, if they're not being respected, they're not valid. I'm trying to think of one here. Yeah, so I mean, this level here. All right, so it's a bad example. Well, let's have a look at this level here. So just a few things about support and resistance levels. So this level is interesting. Okay, so again, it holds and it's valid until it's not. But just reading candles, guys, can tell you so much about whether a support or resistance level will hold. That's really the question, Abby. You know, not whether a support and resistance level is invalid, because let's be honest, if you're seeing a support and resistance level, there's a reason. Yeah, price has kept touching it. But what we need to know is, will that level hold is really the question, you know? And how we answer that question is how candlesticks are behaving at that level. Yeah, so if you look at this level here, it never goes away. Yeah, buyers try to push it back up, sellers bring it back down. Buyers don't really take control. They try to take control, sellers bring it back down. They try to push up, you think, okay, maybe, and then sellers bring it back down. This is telling us that this level is going to break. That's what that is. Yeah. So that's just reading candlesticks. Okay. And reading price action. That never breaks these highs. Another one, I can't remember what pair we had it on. Was it this one? No, not this one. Let me think of another. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I'm trying to show you something. Trying to find a good example. And I can't find one. So have a look at New Zealand yen. Just talk amongst yourselves, guys. I'm trying to find some good examples of how you can tell where things are going to break. Okay, so something like this, probably not the best example, right? But we've got this level here. Okay. Okay, so this is, yeah, in a downtrend. Yeah, we're thinking, okay, this level's holding, all right? But we're still getting lower highs. Okay, it's the same if trend is going to change as well, guys. So the fact you're still getting lower highs here, this is an indicator that this level's going to break. And it does, it carries on. Also, guys, if we're in a downtrend and something like this is happening, yeah, and it stops making lower lows, like this level here, yeah, it just stops making lower lows, yeah. This is also a bit of a red flag that price could be changing, okay. So not making lower lows is another example of us understanding if support and resistance is valid. And also, this example, guys, we're in a downtrend, price is coming down, and then we haven't broken, we're just seeing this. So we still have lower highs, yeah, and we still got lower lows, which suggests we're in a downtrend still, but we're starting to see higher lows. Okay, so this level here becomes an area of resistance that we can anticipate will break because we're getting higher lows. And when it breaks, you know, we're in an uptrend. Okay, so I'm looking at structure the whole time to tell me, I'm looking at structure and candlesticks to tell me if a support and resistance level is good and it will hold. You know, using the term invalid, it's unlikely that you've plotted an invalid support and resistance level. You know, they're quite clear to see. It's just a case of will it hold or not is the question. And there's a few things like this. Look how candlesticks approach it as well. Let's try and find another. Let's try and find a daily level. Yeah, just reading candlesticks. I mean, you know, this here, you can see prices. You know, just look at the candles: bullish, bullish, not very bearish, bullish, and we're in this. We're in a resistance level now, okay? And we're thinking, okay, what will happen? And then just the only candle is this one. I mean, just look at the wick on it. This is telling you, right, buyers have stopped. This level is going to hold. Simple as that, yeah? At this point, buyers, very little selling, buyers. You know, up to this candle here, yeah, we're thinking, right, this resistance level might break, you know, but I'm not interested in selling it. But as soon as you see this candle followed by this candle, you know this level's holding, and you're gonna get some movement to the downside. Yeah, this wasn't a sustained move down, as in it didn't carry on down, but you still had, you know, that's still going to be like 150 pips, 200 pips. You still had a 200 pip move to the downside. So read the candles at support and resistance levels to tell you if that level's going to hold or not. All right, guys. So, yeah, I hope that helps. And on that note, guys, if I could please ask everyone, if you're enjoying, it's more of a tutorial today, really. If you enjoyed my analysis, though, guys, then please come and subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you. And also, guys, if everyone could please smash the like button. Also, guys, don't forget all the cool things we do. We've got the free Discord channel. We've got the VIP Discord channel. We've got the mentorship program. And we've got the Simply Forex YouTube membership as well, guys. All right, so check it all out. Hope you've enjoyed the vid, guys. Thank you for all your questions. And I'll see you.